Just keep your eyes closed. And just take this idea that we have shared in the classes. You first observe yourself. When you close your eyes, you see for yourself whether you are effortlessly with yourself, the stillness awareness, or you are unconsciously moving with your thoughts. Or whether your attention is on the outside world of objects. Be a little conscious, be aware of your own disposition. Like when you step out of your room, your house, right away you see the atmosphere, whether it is a clear sky or there are clouds or fog. At any time, you don't need somebody else to tell you about the conditions prevailing outside. Your sense organs, your eyes, right away report the bright sunshine or the clouds covering the sun. Like your ears, right away report the silence or there are sounds. When you close your eyes, same thing happens about your inner landscape. For your outer landscape, you need your senses, your sense organs to report. Your inner landscape, your mind, is out of the reach for the sense organs. Eyes cannot see your thoughts. Ears cannot hear your thoughts. Tongue cannot taste, nose cannot smell, body cannot touch. But you are conscious of all your thoughts. Thus there are two things. You are consciousness, and the thoughts that are there. And the question is, with what are you identifying? Are you being one with the awareness? Or losing yourself in the flow of thoughts? long before the thoughts appear to disappear. You begin with yourself, awareness, consciousness. That becomes absolutely effortless. In case it so happens, by habit, your attention is directed towards an object outside, you may resolve, as Shankara says, as the Upanishad describes, Niyached Vak Manasi Atmani. May you resolve the words in your mind, level of thoughts. May you resolve that different thoughts in the I thought, in the I, Sakshini, in the witness, awareness. And that self-awareness, may you see it everywhere. Purnatma, consciousness everywhere. No expansion needed. Like you don't amplify the silence. There is no need to expand the consciousness. Being yourself the awareness, you are to unsee it everywhere, in and through everything. Just be that. Resolve the words in thought, thoughts in I thought, the witness, awareness here, in all directions. Om Sarva Vedanta Siddhante Gocharam Dhamma Gocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. It is nice to listen to these things, but as we saw in the text, much more important is to contemplate with the words, ideas, then be in meditation, free from the words, where you are totally at rest with yourself, nirvikalpakam, free from any modifications. Therefore, you choose to be comfortable with every thought also. Please understand, I hope by now you have got this idea that no thought is your enemy, okay? Do not ever talk meditation in such a language that as though thoughts are your distractions, your enemy. No, please understand, just like no sound can be disturbing the silence. But silence, there is no enemy. Silence accommodates all sounds. Accommodating is the nature of silence, like space. Space has no enemy. Nothing dismisses it. The space accommodates every form. The formless expanse accommodates all forms. There is no enmity between the two. Same thing also. No thought is an adversary, a competitor, or an enemy of consciousness. Like the silence doesn't feel the sound or the noise, it's the listener who complains. Same way, consciousness has absolutely no resistance to any thought. It's the thinker who resists the I thought. So unconsciously, do not ever convert an innocent thought to a crisis, a problem, a complex. There is no resistance on the part of the awareness that you are. If there is a slightest hint of resistance, it belongs to the I, the thinker, where habitually it was either fighting with the thought or it was indulging, using the thought. So be very, very conscious, learn to use these ideas, okay? Because if you start fighting with your thought, you can never ever resolve the battle. It's like you fight with your body. Who can stop you? Think. If you go on hitting yourself, just think. If you go on hitting yourself, you go on fighting with yourself, who is going to protect you? That is why in the name of so-called meditation practices, people, so-called meditator instructors, they leave people permanently damaged. Because the person is now continuously fighting with his thoughts, naming them as distraction, undesirable, a distraction, a problem. If you consider a thought as a problem, you don't need anything else in the life to be miserable. Because that is your thoughts. You have to be with you all the time. So please understand, being with yourself, you understand, you clearly appreciate the innocence of every thought. Therefore, as much you are at home with yourself as you are, that much at home with yourself, in spite of the presence of your thoughts, perceptions. Just like immortality does not mean negation of the mortal body. Understand? You recognize the immortality of yourself in spite of the mortal body, not negation of the body. Or else everybody has to die to be immortal. Physically you have to be dead to be immortal. The presence of a mortal body doesn't negate the fact that you are immortal. Are you getting that point? This is something you must clearly see. Oh, it is so beautiful. As even it is not needed for the mortal body to be negated, for you to be immortal, you don't need to negate a thought to be conscious. You are with yourself all the time. So when they ask you, that asham, chindi, we shall see that verse now. May you counteract your hopes, dreams, desires, cravings. What it means is, a thought by itself is not a craving. You are converting a thought to a desire or a dream. Now you don't convert it anymore. For your happiness' sake, you are happy with yourself. Use a thought as a creative idea to sustain your life, to help others. But no more you are looking for some happiness by expressing your thought at the level of the sense organs. So very clearly see this beautiful nature of yourself, so that you are always in love with yourself, happy, contented with yourself. At the same time, you take care of the body, take care of others, live your life. So this meditation, being yourself, is being very, very important. However much you study, ultimately you must see it for yourself using these words. So please read this. Verse number 377. Asham chindi vishopameshu vishayeshu yeshaiva mrityo krutihi tyaktva jati kulasrameshu abhimatim munchat idurat kriya dehadavasati tyajatmadhishanam pragyam kuru swatmani. Drashtasi amanosi nirdvaya param brahmasi yadvastutah. Answer please. Tvam drashtasi amanosi nirdvaya param brahmasi yadvastutah. In reality, yadvastutah, in reality, you are drashtasi, brahmasi, amanosi, nirdvayoshi. You are the drashta, the seer, which nobody can see. One word you take and see the meaning of it. You are the drashta, the seer. If you look at the eyes, please see, this flower is seen, smelt. Okay? This flower is seen. So this is drushya. Flower is seen. Eyes are drashta. Eyes are the seer. There is a book called Druk Drishya Viveka. Sometimes we can take it. We'll see that. Very nice. Druk Drishya Viveka. This is, flower is drushyam. It is seen. Eyes drashta. But the eyes are not the seer. Because in relation to flower, eyes are seer. But the eyes are also seen. How do you say eyes are seen? Because you are aware of the various condition of the eyes. This is andhatva, mandatva, patutva dharma. When you are a child, patu, eyes are brilliant. You can see from a distance, and that you are conscious of. Now when you are 30s, mandatva, it become little dull eyesight. So you use your specs. Then when you are old, cataract comes in. If you don't operate, andha, you become blind. So you are conscious of the three conditions of the eyes. So in relation to the flower is drishya, perceived, eye is drashta. That these eyes are drishyam, seen, because you see various conditions of the eyes. Your manaha becomes a drashta. Thought becomes the seer. You are conscious through your thought. Now the thoughts are also seen. I thought claims to see every thought. I am objectifying every thought. Thoughts come, thoughts go, I thought continues. This is where usually persons lose themselves, as though I is the seer. No, the seer I, who assumes the role of a seer, you are a conscious drashtasi. The seer, which can never be seen. So eyes can be seer, eyes are seen. Thought is seer, thought is seen. I thought is seer, I thought is seen. But in whose presence I is seen, thoughts are seen, eyes are seen, that something can never be seen as an object. You can only be that. You cannot see that. No objectification. Drashta. Not only it is drashta, it is also the srota, just think. Ultimate hearer. Are you getting that? Your ears hear the sound of the cuckoo at a distance. The sound is heard. The ears are hearing it, reporting that. But your ears are also heard because you are conscious of the capacity of the ears to hear. You are conscious of their losing the capacity. You are conscious when they are deaf. So the thoughts can see that. The thoughts that are heard, I is the hearer. But both the thoughts in whose presence they are heard? Consciousness. So they are drashta, sota, manta, like that the Upanishad will say. That is the seer, that is the hearer, that is the toucher, that is the taster. Meaning it is in his presence, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, everything takes place. But it cannot be heard. Asabdam. Cannot be touched. Asparsham. Cannot be seen. Adrusyam. How beautiful. Arupam, agandham. No form, no smell, no sight, no nothing. No description. Drashtasi. Amanosi. Therefore no manaha. You are not a mind. There is no hint of a thought there. Brahmasi. Not only here but everywhere. Nirdvaya param. Nirdvaya. There is no second thing existing other than yourself. All pervasive. Since you are it, naturally, no thought can touch you, no perception can touch you. What is that usually affects the individual is desires, kamana, asha. So you say asham, chindi. You don't convert a thought to a desire. Why? Because I am interested in being with myself. So I am no more interested in converting a thought to a desire for something for a happiness sake. You do it for its own sake. Please appreciate. This is so beautiful. Average person's mind will be find it difficult to grasp it because immediately you say, suppose I have no desire, how will I achieve things? If I have no desire, how will I achieve things? If I have no desire, how am I going to struggle? If everybody is fulfilled, how will they struggle? Hey, don't say that. Listen, for your happiness, you don't have to struggle. For the objects, you can struggle. To be rich, you can struggle. To be happy, no struggle. Understand that point. Are you getting that? You must see. To be happy, you don't have to struggle. To be rich or poor, you have to do something. To be rich, you must struggle to get it. To be poor, you must struggle to renounce everything. Give up everything. But to be happy, what should you do? Nothing. But what people do, they are struggling to be happy and to be successful, they are praying. You must do something to be successful. Are you getting that? You must do something to be successful. To achieve something, you must do something. To be happy, you can't do anything. But people do the exactly opposite. That is why they find it so difficult to understand. They are struggling to be happy and praying to be successful. Nobody asks you to give up the world. It's not yours to give up. But if you're looking for happiness there, you're searching for happiness in a wrong space. You're looking for something where it doesn't exist. It is in yourself. Just because you are happy, you can't have everything at your disposal. To have everything at your disposal, you have to work for it. To be happy with yourself, where should you go? Come on. To be happy with yourself, where should you go? Nowhere. To see London, travel 10,000 miles. To see Himalayas, travel 2,000 miles. To see the local temple, travel 4 or 5 kilometers. Are you getting that point, please? But to be happy, where should we go? What time we should be happy? All times, any time. But for a sunset, wait for the evening. Sunrise, wait for the morning. Full moon, wait for the full moon day. Rain, wait for the rainy season. Cold, wait for the cold season. Do you understand what I'm talking? For your happiness, you neither wait in time or you wait in space. But to see a place, you have to travel. You must do something. To be happy, there is no waiting in time. But for watching a sunrise, sunset, you have to wait for that appropriate time. To be happy, you don't need any sensation. But if you eat food, you cannot escape the sensation of taste. If you want a particular sensation, particular taste you want, work for it. Oh, I want a rose. All right, get a rose, go somewhere. Get a flower, get something, no problem. Please see how beautiful it makes. Thereafter a choice is yours. What you want to see, what you want to hear, what you want to touch, what you want to smell, what you want to experience, what you don't want to experience. Choice is yours. In such type of thinking, imagine, what is the chance for killing each other in the name of a god or a religion? What is happening in Orissa now is so unfortunate. Around the world it is going on. This is the most difficult part of it is, please appreciate, can't escape, help talking about it. Suppose I went now 5 weeks to Europe, gave so many programs, so many talks everywhere. Not a day is spent to say somebody, take a name, be a Hindu, or be this, do that. No. Just understand yourself. How will you live your life? Don't ask me. You be happy with yourself. I like bread, eat it. I don't like bread, don't eat. I want to worship a tree, worship. I don't want to believe in tree, don't believe. You are happy with yourself. And your God is in yourself, everywhere. Which one you worship? You choose. In the oldest church, oldest synagogue, oldest mosque, in a tree, in a life, in a water, in the nature, it doesn't matter. But when the proselytizers, people coming in with missionary zeal to convert, what do? They disturb the harmony of the society. Are you getting that? Because for ages together they have been living in a particular way. Now suddenly you come, you want to civilize them. You want to give them gods of your God. What is happening? Hundreds of people are being burnt, houses burnt, everything. This morning I was looking at the news near our ashram where we have got that orphanage and other things, already near that it has come. But you can't reach them over the phone. So I just now phoned up our trustee who is a Director General Police who was to find out from the police station whether by wireless and send them somebody. Our people you have to find. But only for our people. Hundreds of people are being killed and destroyed. All because what? Some of these proselytizing people, they have funded it and killed a 80-year-old man, sadhu, who has been working for 40 years in that area for the upliftment of the people. Maybe he is also very militant. He was very strong, because it's like protesting against all these things. They killed. Now 40 years somebody has worked. So he has caught the imagination of the entire population there. And when they went, 30 people went in the night, killed him, killed 3 of his disciples. One father of a person was, his girl had come to kill him. And he was running a Kanya ashrama, an ashram only for girls, teaching them only Sanskrit and other things. Poor children all. Not only they killed 25 bullets on the body, they cut the legs, they decapitated. It has been like, imagine. So when people see this, what will happen? The whole place is burning on fire. No policeman can do it, no government, nowhere in the world can do anything. It's like African jungle, what can you do? First thing the people do is they cut down the tree and put it on the road. Finished, you are. You can go in helicopter, land where? On the treetop? Just imagine. This is why when you talk about this peace and satisfaction, contentment, bliss and meditation, and then the another side it is all on fire, how do you feel? Why not people leave everybody alone? Let everybody think for himself. Teach people thinking. When you spread your belief, you kill people. You understand what I am talking? If you spread a belief, in a belief there is no thinking. That is where comes your fanaticism. This is your belief. This is the God. Suppose I put out this flower and say, this is the God. Now what will happen? What will happen? It's a belief. This is the God. There is no other God other than this flower. Now what do you do? So few people will believe it. So anybody comes nearer it will be shot because God must be protected. Now God needs protection. The moment you make an exclusive God, that God will need protection because He is in one place, no? So to protect that God or protect that structure, they protect that book, they protect that thing, you have to now kill everybody else. It's like there are houses with no borders. Everybody was going in everybody's land. Now suddenly you create a border around your house. Then you put a notice, trespassers not allowed. The trespassing, that concept did not exist before. Because you put a boundary, so now people become trespassers. Previously they are just going in. How does the elephant know that he is going into from Zimbabwe to Botswana? How does the elephant know from Orissa jungle he is going to Jharkhand jungle? They move. Now if your animal comes, we shall shoot. How does the animal know that you have divided the country? Airspace. You violate our airspace, boom, boom, finish. The plane is brought down. Plane is brought down, man is dead. So if you create a God space also, you understand? If you create a God space, this is divine, this is a holy space. So that means others cannot come in, right? And whoever goes, they must be the ones who must believe in that, or else that person is not allowed. What is this? That brings danger. That is why when you see these things, how are you going to ever support this type of thing? That is why this knowledge is so important. But the world is so full of ignorance. And each person thinks mine is the best. And if it is best, you say best, nothing wrong in it. You can't hold on to limited thing and say this is the ultimate. And force people into belief and disbelief. No rationality, no logic, no discussion, no description, no discrimination. You destroy people, please. Anyway, asam chindi. So don't convert a thought to a desire. Okay, asam chindi. Vishopameshu. Where is that asha? Where do we create desire for what? Vishopameshu, vishayeshu. Usually you do, see, the moment you say you have a desire, my next question is what? For what? Are you getting that? When you say desire, you can't have a desire. Desire for something, no. Desire. Desire for what? Oh, I want to have this, hear this sound or touch or taste or smell. Why? Listen carefully. Why? If you are a happy man, if you are happy with yourself, you shall say, why do you want desire that sound? Oh, just for its own sake. I want to listen to the sound. What is wrong? True. But if you say, I want to listen to the sound, why? So that I can be happy, then it becomes a desire. Are you getting that? Why do you want the sound? Oh, I want to listen to the sound, flute. I have not heard flute, I want to hear flute. Why? Just to know about it. It's not for happiness. Then it's beautiful. Search for its own sake. Okay. So you see for yourself, you want things for its own sake or for your happiness sake. If you are doing for happiness sake, you will be in trouble. Therefore, asam chindi. So by chance, that is what you have been doing before. So now, cut it. Why is it so? Yesha eva mrityo krutihi. That is the pitfall. Mrityoho kruti. Mrityoho akruti. That is the form of death. If you do so, if you look for happiness in the object, you shall dig your own grave. You will not find the happiness, but you will lose yourself. Because you can lose yourself there. Acha. So once you do that, next is Tyaktva jati kula asramesu abhimatim. Then give up. What? Jati kula asramesu abhimatim. Your identification with your jati, that I am a man or woman, manushya jati, female, male, then rich, poor, black, white, this citizen of that country, citizen of this country, kula, this family, that family, I am from the royal family, I am from the ordinary family, I am from a carpenter's family, from cobbler's family, priest's family, all that stuff. Asrameshu abhimatim tyaktva, I am a brahmachari, I am a gruhastha, I am a vanaprastha, I am a sannyasi, abhimatim tyaktva, asrameshu. No more identifying with that. Muncha ati durat kriya. Completely suspend all your action for some time. Because if you get yourself involved in action, it can create new impressions, thoughts and agitations. That is why when in the preparatory stage of your knowledge, You just do only those things which sustains you. Sarira sangrakshanartham. In order to keep your body alive, you have to do something. Do that much. Not more than that. Don't do any activity. That is why in the stage, in the brahmachari stage, when you are studying, go for a market, watch a movie, do this and this, come back. No, nothing doing. Munchati durat kriya. Only kriya that you are doing is Sravana, Manana, Nitidhyasana. I listen, think over, meditate, write down, read, Pathan, read, think, share the thought. Anything that contributes towards yourself. But suppose you completely get involved in something, I ask you, go and you have to look after this particular, let us say, one piece of land. Now your mind can, suppose you are still not established. You go there, now you are thinking about it. That has to be cultivated, that has to be removed. What must be watered, the cow is coming in, or sure, other people are coming in. Now your all thoughts are there. Unnecessary. Are you getting that point? In the preparation stage, that should not be done. But because you are not given to do anything, therefore don't snore. That is the other side of it. Suppose you are telling you have to only contemplate, don't do anything. If you are a responsible person, you shall use that time for contemplation. If you are an irresponsible person, you shall use that time for eating and snoring. Reading, never. Thinking, forget it. That is why ask yourself every day how much you are writing, how much you are thinking, how much you are reading. You must see for yourself. That only you can do. Munchati durat kriya. For some time, you cut off yourself from all other activities except those activities which will provide you bare sustenance. Dehado asati tyajatmadhishanam. Not only, don't identify with the dynasty, family, caste, creed, colors, but also Dehado asati, in this ever-changing mortal body, sense organs and everything. Tyakta atma, tyaja atmadhishanam, atmadhi, that I am this body, I am the sense organs, that you give up. Then what shall I do? Prajñam kurusva atmani. By giving up this identification with the body, prajñasu atmani atmamatim guru. Prajñam kurusva atmani prajñam kurusva. In yourself, who you are, prajñam kurusva. Be that, be conscious of yourself all the time as you are. Why is it so? Because in reality, yad vastutaha drashtasi, brahmasi, amanosi, nirdoyosi. Because in reality, you are that. So, owning up yourself as you are. So, what the scripture does is, does not give you a new identity. Are you getting that? Please understand. The beauty of this knowledge is, the beauty of this self-knowledge, Atma-gyan, Brahma-gyan is, introduces you to yourself, does not give you a new identity. Whereas new converts means what? Understand that language. New converts means what? Getting a new religion, a new branding. Previously you are a non-believer, now you are believing in something because you are afraid. And here, this is part of a teaching tradition. If you call it a religious tradition also, doesn't matter. But it tells you, you are not this word. You are not this truth. You are not the word called truth. Are you getting that point? No name is needed. The books go. identities you cannot hold on to. Who you are is free from everything. Are you the only one that way? No, everybody is same. Universal identity. Imagine if this knowledge is given, who cannot accept it? Around the world, anybody, anywhere. What is happening? The most religious people, theologians, when they go from place to place, they are selling their own ware. It is like the car, Toyota selling Toyota, Benz selling Benz, BMW selling BMW. Now these people are selling their brand of religions. And then ask the person to be converted to that thinking or that faith. No. You don't convert the individual to another faith. You help him to be himself, not be something else. Are you getting that point? Freedom is being yourself and not something else. Because if you hold on to something for your identity, you shall be feeling frightened, threatened by somebody is challenging your identity. That is why in the name of religion, battle rages, clash of civilization. That is why in the name of secularism, same thing happens. Your country, your place, my place, your principle, my principle. Your petrol, my petrol, your coal, gold, my gold. Business. Brazilian coffee, Indian coffee, African coffee. What a competition. In those things there may be competition. Not in Brahma Vidya, self-knowledge. Why? What is their competition? You are as wonderful as me. I am as wonderful as you. Everybody is same. So what is the question of competition? In fact, why in this tradition there is no proselytization, no attempt to convert? Because you are already that. How can I convert you? Are you getting that point? Conversion is possible from one faith to another faith, from one belief to another belief. Can you convert truth to truth? What nonsense. When I say you are absolute, that is because you are absolute, therefore I say so. Not because I say therefore you are. And everybody is same. So no particular identity you are holding on to. Therefore every identity is beautiful. That is why tolerance comes naturally to this tradition. If I say, I am the absolute, therefore every relative role I can play with, can I not accept your relative roles? Even if you take the relative as absolute, I can still accept you because poor thing, doesn't know anything. So your compassion, tolerance comes. Please see this for yourself, okay? Do it. Having told, then the next verse. Please read. It all goes on. It's anandam. All the time you must do that. That's what it tells you. Lakshye Brahmani Manasam Drudhataram Sanstapya Vahendriyam Swasthane Vinivesya Nischalatanuhum Upeksha Dehasthitim Brahmatmaikyam Upetya Tanmayataya Chakhanda Vrittya Nisham Brahmanandarasam Pibatmani Muda Shunyaikimanyairvrusham Lakshye Brahmani Manasam Drudhataram Sanstapya Vayendriyam Swasthane Viniveshya Nishchalat Anuscha Upeksha Deha Sthitim Brahmatmaikyam Upetya Tanmayataya Cha Akhanda Vritya Nisham Brahmanandarasam Pivatmani Muda Shunyaikimanyairvrusham. Beautiful. What is it? Brahmanandarasam piba. Atmani Brahmanandarasam piba. In yourself, may you continuously drink this elixir, nectar of the Brahmananda, absolute bliss that you are. May you continuously revel in yourself. Language, language is limitation. Drink na, then you say, shall I put up a glass of juice? Brahmananda rasam. Then you go to the juice shop and say, do you have Brahmananda rasam? Or go to the kitchen and say, what is today? Rasam. Arey, wonderful. What rasam? Garlic rasam. What rasam? Jeera rasam. What rasam? Mango rasam. Neem flower rasam. Very good. Why don't you make Brahmananda rasam? Brahmananda rasam, nobody can give it to you. Brahmananda rasam is already prepared, already given. When the body comes, Brahmananda rasa comes with it. It's like akasa. When you build the house, space comes with it. When you write a letter, the blank space comes along with it. When your body is born, your thoughts may or may not be there. Some samskaras might be there, might not be there. You have to pick up new samskaras. But Brahmananda rasa comes with it. Your happiness, your bliss, already with it. Therefore, nobody can give it to you. Nobody can give it to you. What a relief, think. What a relief. That everything that I am looking for in life is in myself. Why people kill each other? Because somebody is giving you milk powder. Somebody is giving you food. Somebody is giving you something, medical thing. And also demanding their pound of flesh. The worst part of this type of service is, we call it service, seva. We call it as this service society. But in reality, none of them are service society, seva. There are none of them. Why? Because if you give something for a particular reason, then you are not helping people. What is service? Understand. What is service? What is seva? What is service? I feed the hungry. Service. You are hungry? Take the food. You are sick? Take the medicine. Second question is not asked. I feed the hunger. I heal the sick. Sickness has no caste, no creed, no sex, no race, no religion. Smallpox, what is its religion? What is his caste? What is his citizenship? There is no such thing. Smallpox can attack anybody. So, if somebody has got smallpox, if I have to cure him, shall I make him first an Indian, then I'll cure him? Or shall I say, are you an Indian? No, then you go. Only American, I'll help. What is this? Extension is religious. You are a Hindu? No. You are a Buddhist? No. You are a Muslim? No. You are a Christian? No. If you change your faith, then only I will give it to you. So are you serving or striking a business there? So the entire missionary service orientation, wherever there is proselytization, they are not service organization. Because they are not giving for giving's sake. Are you getting that point, please? They are not giving for giving's sake. They are giving because then you should come to my club. Then only I shall give you. Like these days, you go to the Gymkhana club, Madras club, millionaires club, billionaires club. What is the billionaires club? If you are a millionaire only, you can enter. So that club is not for everybody. So you are creating a caste system. These are millionaire club members, a billionaire club member, this is a 100 rupee member. And this is the fellow of nothing because, as in which club maximum number of people are there? No money club. Maximum number of people. So that's the best club. So you want to be the best or you want to be the least? But do you think everybody feels to be exclusive club? And you understand? What is the best club in the universe? Brahmananda Rasam. That is the club. Brahmananda club is the best club in the world. Why? Whether you like it or not, you are included. Even if you don't want it, you are included. Why? Because you are Brahman. I am not Brahman. You may not like it, but you are infinity. Is there any fool who should resist that? Free membership to the Brahmananda club. Free entry, free access to the Absolute Knowledge Club. Free entry. Everybody is a member. Why? Because you are it. Your only qualification is, you should be born with a body. Bas. The moment you are born, you are included in the club. Just like being a human being. That is why this knowledge is so human. But in other theologies, what has happened? You can come to the club only if you follow this God, this book, worship this form. Then only you are in the club. Here, to be in the Brahmananda club, what should you do? Nothing. You are a human being? Yes, welcome. Just come in. Why? You are already that. The madness in the world comes because you are creating exclusive clubs of following a particular religion or a particular theology. The secularist people think they are all very, very smart. They think they are very smart. They don't have nothing to do with religion. Okay. So what are the Democrats doing today? What is the Republicans doing? Democrat group, Republican group. What is Russia doing now? Georgia, 2 states, in like Kosovo, separated from Serbia. Therefore, even it announced its independence, Western countries supported. Russia was telling, no, it should not be done. Now Russia got a chance when Georgia attacking 2 different neighboring small countries. It is part of this thing, but those people there, they didn't like it. They don't want to be with Georgia. So Russia got a chance. Because Georgia was attacking them. He came into Georgia, occupied the two countries, now declared independence, given them freedom. Now the whole world is getting, when you see this, what are they doing? Everybody should be Russian, everybody should be Georgian, everybody should be European, or everybody must be Chinese. Tibet must come into that. Everybody must be Indian, everybody must be this. Then what happens? You are creating little enclaves. In the humanity club, everybody is included. So in the process, secularism has become another religion. Just like you can be religious fanatic, you can be a secular fanatic. So in reality, yad vastutah, as we saw, yad vastutah drashtasi, amanosi, nirdayosi, brahmasi, yad vastutah. In reality, you are Brahman, you are absolute, you are the seer, you are the amanosi, free from every type of thought, you are all thoughts, you are everything. Therefore, why creating a brand? That is why the word Hindu doesn't exist in the entire scripture. Can you believe this? The word Hindu doesn't come anywhere in the entire tradition of Hindu tradition. Because they named it, some historian named it. They say people from Persia, when they were coming in, Mughals, Huns, when they were coming, they were supposed to be, they don't know what is the civilization. Because it was in the Indo-Gangetic plain, Sindhu river, and they can't say the word Sa, Sindhu. It became Hindu. That's what they say. I am not the historian, neither I know the truth of it. Nobody will ever know the truth of it. The fact remains, if you want to give it a name, it was Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana, eternally fresh. Sadaeva Nutana, eternally fresh. Everybody is into that. So there is no question of your converting something to a Sanatana Dharma. Why? Everything is Sanatana. You are Sanatana. Everybody is Sanatana. The moment you are born with a body, in reality you are birthless. Ajo nitya saswatayam purana anahanyate hanyamane sarire. Born with a body, you are unborn. Dying, body is dying, you are nitya, deathless. Body is growing old, you are saswata chirantana, eternally fresh. So where is the question of creating a group or a block? So you don't have to convert anybody. So when you say you serve, you should give because you can give. Finish. Not that if you follow my religion, then only I'll give it to you. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. And the whole world recognizes it as a service. Missionary service. I mean, mostly educated people also will be talking about it. Yeah, they have nothing to do with religion. They don't want to be the wrong side of the track. Just think. You must be honest, please. So, Brahmananda rasam piva. May you drink. Brahmananda rasa piva. Where shall I go? The fountain is in you. Just open the tap. Tap it. Tap it in yourself. It's already there with you, Brahmananda. How shall I do? He gives you step-by-step method. Lakshye brahmani manasam drudataram sanstapye bahyendriyam swasthane vinivesya nischalatanuhu. Start with that. Nischalatanuhu. First, place your body immobile. Nischala tanuhu. Your body, place your body in one place without any movement. Sit down. Nischala tanuhu. Tanuhu nischala. The whole creation is quiet. Now you sit down with your body. Now can you do that much? Nischala tanuhu. Body sits down. And feel the restfulness of the whole universe in your body. The whole creation. Stars, planets, galaxies. If you can do that successfully, next one is Bahyendriyam swasthane viniveshya. The sense organs, external organs, which help you to see outside. Hear from outside, touch from outside, taste from outside. Swasthane viniveshya. Keep it in their own place. Don't use your sense organs to see, hear, taste, touch. Close your eyes. Sit down in a place, nischala tanhu, quiet place, in a body restful, with a place with no sound, no touch, no taste, no smell, no sight. Nothing. Swasthane viniveshya. Keep it in their own place. That is why these are all in the beginning stages. You do that. Once you are a master, you can sit down on anywhere also, doesn't matter. But if you don't know, suppose you sit down in the, why not I sit down in the middle of the street? Who says not? You can sit down. But can you handle the sounds? The moment a truck is coming, oh, you get up and go. Something. Are you getting that point? Understand. Simply don't be stupid in giving your logic. What is wrong if I sit down? Yes. If you can sit down, who says you not to? Oh, sit down, who says not? I remember 1982, 26 years back, when I came here for the first time, we were sitting down in one place here. Now our place was so quiet, nobody there. Then sometimes I'll come into this place. This was not our land that time. But I just come in towards the mountain. One fellow comes in and he said, oh, Swamiji, where had you been? I said, I had gone there, sit down quietly. That fellow is so stupid. Suddenly tells me, oh, so you need a quiet place for meditation, huh? I said, no. Hey, there's the Ganeshan was there. I said, can you bring some pori? Pori means, puffed rice. Put it here on this ground, eat it. Huh? What is this, Swamiji? I said, why? You don't see any difference between quiet place and crowded place. Why are you seeing the difference between eating in a plate or eating on the ground? You got the message. Idiot. Hey, you can be anywhere, but don't try to show off. In a particular stage, you can choose to cut away from everything. Keep your sense organs away from everything. Then, Lakshye Brahmani Manasam Sanstapya. So when thus the body is nischala, sense organs in their own place, now you are not using the mind to send your sense organ to the object. Body is in its own place, sense organ is its own place. Now your mind is no more, you are not engaging your mind to the object of various kinds. Brahmani Sanstapya, abiding in yourself. Direct your attention to yourself. Then, Upekshya Deha Sthitim. No more identifying with the body, thought, mind, anything. Brahmatmaikyam upetya tanmayataya. Brahmaikyatvam upetya. Having become one with Brahma, Atma, Aikya. Consciousness here, indeed everywhere. Iti upetya tanmayataya akhanda vritya anisham. Always akhanda vritya. There is no khanda vritti. Khanda means this thought, this thought, this thought, this thought, khanda. Consciousness, 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 akhanda. Like when the houses are divided, space remains undivided. Thoughts are divided, consciousness is undivided. Akhanda akara vritti. Akhanda akara vritti does not mean other vrittis are not there. Understand? You must take it clearly. If you literally translate akhanda akara vritti means no other thought comes. That is why people get into trouble. Akhanda akara vritti. No thought, no khanda, only consciousness. Yes, all the time consciousness. All the time space. Whether the houses are there or not there, mountains are not there, there or not there, space is continuous. Does the space get divided? Just because the house is built up, space is divided. Or the space accommodates. Nothing can divide the indivisible space. Do you understand that point? Nothing can divide the indivisible space. You cannot divide the space. That is why dividing the space is a notion. How do you violate other person's space? What is the imaginary line? You will have a country line, then up above that, right? Even over that also you cannot fly. What a trouble. Over your country space, nobody know. If a plane has to go, it has to take the permission of the country. Why? Because people are rogues. One fellow will drop a bomb. So, okay, you are coming in plane, what are you carrying? People or bomb? If you say people, okay. If you say bomb, will you say bomb? No, you just drop. That is why, before you come in, you take the permission, or else the radar will detect you, automatic activation, the missiles will get activated, boom, boom, you are finished. Space is indivisible, nothing can divide it. Consciousness, indivisible. No vritti divides consciousness. Vrittis are divided. Vritti means divided. Are you getting that? A thought means divided. Flower thought, monkey thought, man thought, this thought, that thought. They are divided. Whereas consciousness is not a thought. It is undivided. Akhandakar anisham brahmanandarasam pivatmani muda. Muda, with all pleasure, satisfaction, contentment, brahmanandarasam piva. Annitu, shunyitu, anni bhrusham. Shunyi annihi bhrusham, brutha. In other things, why are you unnecessarily trying to revel in other things? Because you cannot revel in other things for all time to come. Can you think? Name one thing which you shall enjoy forever, continuously. Try, name one thing. Come on. Just solve the problem once for all. Name one thing which you shall always want to have. Come on, name it. Name a sound which you can continuously listen. Tell me. Sound of the cuckoo. He will go cuckoo after 2 days. Suppose the cuckoo is continuously sounding. Cuckoo, clock you can take it once in a while. Forget the cuckoo. It will drive you cuckoo. What is the sound which you can listen all the time? Come on. Because you are listening. Listening is a job. You will be tired. Listening. Okay. Tell me one touch continuously. 24 hours I want that touch. Name one. Just name one. 24 hours. I don't want to give it up. Come on, name it. Oh, if only I can have the velvet. So soft cloth. Okay, put on one velvet thing. How long can you put in? Hot summer. Morning is 6 o'clock is very comfortable. 10 o'clock, you have to get out of it. No, Swami, you don't know. This is not. Touch of another person. Another man or woman. Okay, touch. You may like it. The other person will say, too hot, get off. Just somebody. You hold on to somebody. Another man, another woman. And you yourself, can you do it? Oh, boring. That's what it is. Just see. Sight, which continuously you can look, always, always. Oh, if God only comes in front of me, I can sit down. That's all theory. Suppose really He comes. First 1 second is excitement. Wow. Then, you have nothing else to do. Always standing here. Go. You'll tell the God also, go. What is this always sitting, standing in front of me? No jokes, huh? Because seeing is a job. Your eyes will pain. Looking in one direction all the time. Yo. That is why when you make one exclusive God sitting down in one fancy place, you know what it is? Punishment after death. That is not Swargaloka. That is not paradise. You'll be tired. One taste continuously. Suppose you like mango. Morning mango, midnight mango, midday mango, afternoon mango. What is it? Yuck. Is there no other fruit in this country? You'll go crazy. Taste, smell, lovely fragrance, that rose. Everywhere rose. You will hate the rose. If you go to Himalayas, you will hate potato. First day when you go there, roti, potato. Roti sabji, roti aloo. Next day, aloo roti. Next day, roti aloo. Next day, aloo roti. Roti aloo roti. 2 types of curry. You get tired of that fancy aloo, potato, when you look at it. No, enough. I don't want it. No, jokes apart, friends. Tell me one thing which you can enjoy 24 hours. There is no such thing but yourself. No thought also you can handle 24 hours. Because it's boring. Sustaining that thought all 24 hours, boring. That is why you being yourself is not a thought. So if you make it a thinking, if you make yourself a thinking, you will be tired of that thinking. There is a difference between your being and your thinking. If you think your thinking gives you pleasure, you will be tired. You are being with yourself and you are never tired. All the time with yourself. So they say, look at this beautiful tradition. And then, misfortune is, even in this tradition, misinterpretations are there. You say everything is Brahman, then you say untouchable, caste system. The way it is organized is useless. But it's a self-correcting system. More and more people appreciate this, it will correct itself. Another person doesn't come in, oh, you are untouchable, therefore you come to my religion. Then what happens? The person becomes totally different. You don't make him what he is. You are giving him yet another identity. That is why the conflict continues in either one name or the other. Can you make the person himself? Belongs to no religion, no thought, nothing. Then living becomes fantastic. Everybody is beautiful. Okay, so do that all the time. Annedukim. Other things, why are you thinking about? Bhrusham, brutha, wasting of your time. Other things, why should I do? Sustenance? Yes. Happiness? No. Are you getting that? For sustenance, I do my thinking. I have to try, organize a trip, build a house, cook some food, invite people, look after things. Thought. But being yourself, you don't need any thought. Therefore he says, Anatma chintanam tyaktva kashmalam dukkha karanam Chintayatmanamatma Chintayatmanamanande Rupam Yatmukti Karanam Anatma Chintanam Tyaktva Kashmalam Dukkha Karanam Chintayatmanamanande Rupam Yanmukti Karanam. Therefore, O disciple, O student, now is O vichakshana, O bright one, do this. Anatma Chintanam Tyaktva Anatma Chintanam Kashmalam Dukkha Karanam Tyaktva Anandarupam Atmanam Chintaya Yat Mukti Karanam. Give up Kashmalam Dukkha Karanam Anatma Chintanam. Do not engage yourself in dwelling upon the anatma, that which is not yourself, for your happiness. If you do so, dukkha karanam, you shall end up only with dukkha, with pain, misery, conflict. Because understand, first, what you are looking for, the happiness, is not in the object. Number two, by chance the object you get, when the object comes in contact with your sense organ, a sound with the ear, touch with the skin, sight with the eyes, taste with the tongue, smell with the nose, when this sensation comes, because it begins, it will end. Adyantavanta kaunteya. This sensation, adyantavata, it begins and therefore it will end. In the beginning, by coming in touch with this object, if you feel comfortable, it has to be separated. You will be miserable. It becomes dukkha yoni. End up. That is cause of your sorrow. Next. If you bring in continuously think about it, you are only imagining happiness. It's like living in a daydream. It will never become reality. Therefore, don't dream of the object for the sake of happiness. Always you must add that language. Because if you say, don't dream of any thought, don't think of anything, then immediately people think thoughtlessness. No. Thoughts are not problem. But if you are thinking of the thought for your happiness sake, it becomes a problem. Tell me, what gives you problem? Suppose any pure knowledge. Gold, is it a problem? Diamond, is it a problem? Emerald, is it a problem? Pearl, is it a problem? Food, is it a problem? Plane, jets, is it a problem? No. I want emerald. I want money. I want this man. I want that woman. I want this dog. I want that thing. Then your problem begins. Why? Because that will give me happiness. Then it becomes a problem. But suppose I want this. Why? It's nice to have a flower. What is wrong? Flower of flower's sake. Suppose you cannot get it. It doesn't make any difference to you. If you get it, excellent. Such type of a desire, are you getting that point? Such type of desire doesn't affect you. Why do you want a book? I want to read. It's not available. Okay. So is it a problem? No. I want idli. You go there, upma. Upma. I'm going. The fellow is angry. Because he wants idli. Because idli is his satisfaction. Upama, no. You get angry. Or you like upma. And you are dreaming of upma and go there. And there, noodle. What is these insects? Suppose you don't like noodle. For you, noodle are long earthworms. What is this? How people eat it? I'm going. You are not happily going. You are miserably going. But suppose you say, I want idli. Why? I love idli. Go there. There is no idli. Oh, so what? What is there? Banana. Take banana. I'm eating one and going, chalo. Because you are eating to live. You are not eating to be pleased. That is where you can look at your reactions. Then you will know whether you are in need of things or you are out of fulfillment. Look at your reaction. So, anatma chintanam tyaktva, then chintaya atmanam ananda rupam, always be yourself. It's not a job. So now what are you doing? I'm no more thinking of the object, I'm thinking of myself. But to think of myself, you don't have to be one place. You can be doing other things also and be yourself. Are you getting that? You can be doing other things also and still be yourself. Listen, when you think of laddu, you can't think of rasgulla. When you think of rasgulla, you are not thinking of rose. When you are thinking of rose, you are not thinking of monkey. But in all the time, you are being yourself. Are you getting that point? When I am putting on this agar cloth, I am not putting on the white cloth. When I am putting on the white cloth, I am not putting on the yellow cloth. When I am putting on the yellow cloth, I am not putting on the blue cloth. But in all the time, I am the body under the clothes. So when you are getting that point, that is why when you take one thought to be sacred, one thought to be religious, that is why the theology is which talk exclusive gods. That this is the only God, they destroy people. Whatever you think, underneath you are there. In and through you are there. There is therefore Atma chintanam is not a chinta. What are you doing? Thinking of myself. What is there to do thinking of myself? That is why until you understand these things, you think about yourself. But once you hit it, hey, that's right. All the time you are with yourself. Even if other thoughts are there, doesn't matter. And so, if you do that, yat mukti karanam, that brings you liberation, freedom. Always, because it's not a thought. But suppose a thought brings you pleasure, that thought becomes your bondage. Are you getting that? Whatever brings you, if anything brings you relief, that becomes the cause of your insecurity. If money is your security, money is your insecurity. If food is your security, food is your insecurity. If a particular thought is your security, a thought is your insecurity. That is why in the name of religion, and all these proselytizers or whatever, deliberately I am giving that example today because it's too much in my head. Morning I was looking at that, all this so unfortunate situation. Somebody say, this is the God to be worshipped, then every other God is a problem. If a God becomes your security, that God becomes your insecurity. Not that God becomes your insecurity. Other people can challenge you and make you feel insecure. Hey, what nonsense you are worshipping? What is that form? Whatever God is that. Why are you holding on to that particular form? Because your God is in a form. It's like equating love with a gift. Diamond means love. Gold means second-rate love. Silver means no love. Now what nonsense? But that's what you have been, brainwashed to believe. Diamonds are forever. Diamonds are forever. So, bigger, more love. Bigger the diamond, more the love. Right? So love. Gold doesn't love me that. Silver, forever. Copper, out. Copper means out. Right? Just think of it. So no love. So if you are you getting that? If you confine your love to a particular form, like a particular metal like that, you are finished. So your God is, this is the God. It's not that God makes you feel insecure. Other person challenges you. If you say, diamond is your love, then somebody can give you a diamond but may not love you. Can cheat you. No, that is not. There is no reason. Love, because you are the love itself. You are the security itself. Always with yourself. So that mukti karanam, that is the cause of, that is anandam, being with yourself, liberation, freedom all the time. Other thoughts, that's for functional thoughts in life, you are living with it. Okay? So what is that something? What is that something which is mukti karanam? Yesha swayam jyoti asesa sakshi Vijnana kosho vilasat yajasram Lakshyam vidayai namasad vilakshanam Akhanda vrutyatmataya anubhavaya Esha swayam jyoti asesha sakshi Vijnana kosho vilasat yajasram Lakshyam vidayai namasad vilakshanam Akhanda vrutyatmataya anubhavaya. So beautiful. Eshaha swayam jyotihi asesha sakshi atmanam chintaya. May you think about yourself, which is eshaha, indeed this, which cannot be that. Esha, it is the this, cannot be that. The subject cannot be object. And also, how is it? Swayam jyotihi, self-luminous. It doesn't need another light for its illumination. If you tell your son, go and see whether the sun has come or not, can he say, it's so dark, what can I do? Give me a torch. Hey, to see the sun has come up or not, shall we need a torchlight? Why? Deepasyana anya deepecha. A lamp does not need another lamp for its illumination. A lamp is burning or not burning? It's burning. See whether it is burning or not burning. Another lamp I shall take. If it's burning, it's self-revealing. Not burning, self-revealing. Consciousness, swayam jyoti, self-luminous. Sun is shining because your eyes are shining. You are blind, you may not believe in the presence of a sun. Your eyes are shining because your mind is shining. Because your eyes may look, but your mind is somewhere, eyes open, you don't see anything. Your mind is shining because you are shining, consciousness. You shine because you shine. There is no reason. Swayam jyoti. Esha swayam jyoti. Asesha sakshi. The witness of everything, endless existence. Asesha sakshi. Always the sakshi, witness. Light of everything, light that lights up everything. Nothing lights it up. Sun goes, eyes stay. Eyes go, thoughts stay. Thoughts go, you stay. There is no question of you go. Consciousness never goes, always there, as it. So what is your identity now? Imagine a world, just imagine a world where everybody understands this. What is your denomination now? What faith? Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, all these things must go. Are you getting that point, please? And why this Hindu tradition is so beautiful? Because it tells you are not a Hindu, you are truth. No other tradition will do that. Are you getting that? First, it tells why this tradition is so great. First, the Hindu word is not there. Hindu word is not there. By chance is a Hindu person who understands the reality. Here, what shall he tell you? You are not a Hindu because your faith you have. I am telling you who you are, not what you have. So don't take what you have as who you are. Therefore, even the faith you are not. Let a theology come and say that. For theologians, first you are a believer, then you are a human being. So for your name of your religion, you can kill anybody. Because first, your religion is more important than anybody else, you see. Your faith is more important than anybody else. For your faith, you can kill anybody, destroy anything. What dangerous thing it is, do you understand? Ishvara, Ishvara, Ishvara. You know, it's like getting a stubborn child in your hand. What do you do? When there is a drunken fellow, totally stubborn. Hey, don't go that way. I will go. Who are you to tell me? You are a peace-loving person. What's it? Okay, go. If you go that way, it's not a problem. But he comes and hits you, then what do? How long can you be peace-loving? So when he's hitting you, you say, no, don't hit me. When you are defending, see, peace-loving. How can you tell them peace-loving? The fellow is fighting. Am I fighting or am I defending? Are you getting that point, please? When somebody comes and stands on my foot, you have the right to stand on my foot, but I have no right to tell you move. Because if I say move, I am being very aggressive. You understand? How? The missionary will want unfettered right to convert anybody and everybody. But nobody must tell them, you should not do it. And the secularist will say, what? It's a free market. Everybody should sell his wire. How does it matter? So what do? Now look at the riches somebody has at his disposal. Just think of the riches somebody has at his disposal. Certain religious, enormously rich. And only because of the riches, they sell things. If that is gone, nobody will come. I'll tell you a very interesting incident. I had been to a particular country. I'll never forget that. Somebody came to interview me on the just discussing something. And then the person first asked me a question. So he says, friends, here is Swami Suddhanandaji, So, am I telling your name correctly? I said, absolutely correct. Here is Swami Suddhanandaji. I said, yes. Then he said, what is this Swami? Because he belongs to a particular faith. He was really trying to pull my leg from the word go. What is this Swami? I said, Swami means a master, but not master over others. Master over your body, your mind, your senses. You want to do, you do. What you want to do, you do. Swami, master. Then he was telling him, well, when these Hindu Swamis come to this part of the world, they just close their eyes and sit down. But look at Mother Teresa. How many things she is doing in Calcutta, poor people and all these things. I said, yes, that's very good. I am in your country. Suppose I take a broom and start sweeping your street. What shall you say? You will bring the TV and say, Indian Swami cleaning the dirty streets of the country. Look at the greatness of the person. Every evening I am sweeping hundreds of minds clean. Can you take a photograph? And can you talk about it? And which one you want? Of course you want a clean street, clean mind. But between the two, if you have to give a choice, do you want a clean street or a clean mind? The fellow shut up. Next. Oh, but look at religion, Swami. Yes, there are people, those who are feeding the poor, healing the sick. But Hindu monks come and they just close their eyes. They teach breathing or they closing the eyes and all that stuff. I said, very good. Imagine a country. When a citizen is there, it is a responsibility of a country to provide him the food, accommodation. In a welfare country like Denmark, Sweden, where it is the responsibility of the country to feed every citizen. If a person goes without food, the government can be hauled up. If the person remains without a roof over his head, the government can be hauled up. In a welfare state, so that is known as a welfare state, where the government gives a roof over the shoulder, takes care of the food, takes care of the sickness. In such a country, do you need a religion which opens a soup kitchen? Because the third world countries, so-called countries where the politicians are ineffective, inefficient, corrupt, money that comes in doesn't go back to the people, so you need religious organizations. So in the third world countries, only religious organizations are given more importance. Why? Because the politicians are so ineffective, the ruler is so ineffective, he needs help of the religious people. So which religion people they shall need? The person who has money. So the missionaries come in droves. They do that. Why in Denmark they are not popular? Because nobody needs their soup kitchen. Why in Sweden nobody is popular? It's not the job of the religion to give you soup kitchen, soup, or provide you the food. The job of the religion is, there is an emptiness inside you. There is a hunger in your soul. Every day I am fulfilling it. Can you take a photograph? Then he said, all right, what do you think of these religions? I said, simple thing. You decide for yourself. You decide for yourself which religion is good. You decide for, why should I say? I gave him an example. When I was in college, and it's a true incident. I was in college. During my college days, we are all going either walking or a cycle. There was no motorcycle, no scooter that much. It was 1972, 36 years back. Imagine India, there was nothing. You want to see a cycle or a motorcycle itself is a big deal. So the marriage time, they will be demanding a dowry for a Raleigh cycle. Big cycle was a demand. Cycle. Cycle means so you are getting a big dowry. Anyway, so the person thought, cycle suppose you are bringing in. So cycle is a big thing. So in a college, many of us will be going, and old cycle also, not even new cycle, old cycle, second-hand cycle will be going. Then my friend one day asked, hey, how much this cycle, because he wants to sell this cycle, how much this cycle will sell? The somebody 50, 60 rupees. Those 50 rupees, big money, old cycle, 50 rupees. He said, what is this? I purchased 120 rupees, now it is 50. Then another fellow, no, what are you talking, 50 man? 40 you give, somebody will take. Then another fellow said, you are stupid. Nobody will take for 40 rupees. You give the cycle, give 10 rupees. Then somebody may pick it up. He is such a condemned one. Give the cycle, give 10 rupees. The fellow also laughed. I said, like that. See, when I come to this part of the world, look at my shirt, look at my dress, no pocket. So there is no milk powder, there is no medicine, there is nothing. When I come here, people say, hey, give me a name, convert me, give me money. So when I'm paid for my religion, when I'm paid for my teaching, you pay for your religion. Give the religion, give some money. Somebody may take it. Give the cycle, give the 10 rupees. Then somebody may take the cycle. That means how condemned the cycle is. So give the religion and give some milk powder also. Give something also. Then somebody may take it or else nobody will touch it. So what type of religion is that? From that you can understand which one is better. The fellow was shut up for the rest of his life. This is the tradition. So beautiful. You don't have to give somebody something. He has already everything with himself. Help him to appreciate. That is why. But long before the person, you give this knowledge to absolute, the person must have relative knowledge. The mistake with this tradition is, mistake means that the limitation is, because you don't spread teaching. That is why my idea was to open schools. Because you allow somebody else to open the school. They spoil the whole mind. What are they going to learn later on? So people who are interested in liberation, they shouldn't know I am doing only Brahma Vidya. But who is going to learn? The fellow is already spoiled. So open the school. Open the university. When they are prepared, give them this knowledge. Because in the beginning stages, do you need Brahma Vidya or the physics, chemistry, mathematics? Do you want to be alive or you want to be immortal? When you are struggling to be alive, who is interested in immortality? So most of these missionary groups or the so-called religious groups, they take the soft target. What is soft target? Education. Hospital is a very soft target. So provide that to people. Everybody will be grateful to you for life. Because long before you look for immortality, first you look to be alive. Long before you look for the absolute knowledge, you look for the relative knowledge. So relative knowledge itself is not there. Who is interested in absolute knowledge? That is where we make the mistake. That is why no sadhus should not, people should not sit down. Oh, I give only Brahma Vidya and then talk nonsense. Provide relative knowledge as well as the absolute knowledge. That is why work towards it. Whole world, wherever there is education, people are already awakened. They don't want any type of religion. They are looking for something very meaningful. That time you give them the Brahma Vidya, the absolute. So when the uneducated person needs an educational institution in third world countries, the educated person needs a religion in that country. Why? Because the available religion doesn't solve the problem. So it has to be balanced. So that is why there is no more this country, this religion, that religion. Globalized, totally globalized. Where you help everybody to study about the world, then end up giving the knowledge of themselves. So start with the knowledge of the objective world, objective knowledge, end up with the self-knowledge. What a beautiful scheme for life. Everybody will be wonderful. Okay? So very nicely, that's what he says. Esa asesha shakshi, esa swayam jyoti, asesha shakshi, witness of everything. Vijnana kosha vilasatyajasram. Vijnana kosha ajasram vilasati, always shining in the Vijnana kosha, in your buddhi, in yourself. Listen, it is everywhere, but where do you see it? In your buddhi. Are you getting that? Light is everywhere, but where does it reflect? In a mirror. Consciousness is everywhere, but where do you feel it? Do you feel it in your knee? Where do you feel conscious? In your head. Are you getting that? Consciousness is everywhere, but where do you feel it? Where do you feel conscious? Why people close their eyes all the time? Because in your moment of happiness, why do you close your eyes? Because you are with yourself, vilasati. In yourself. But therefore don't confine it where it is, here. everywhere. Consciousness is here, there, everywhere. But you feel in one place. Right? In your body, everywhere it is there. But you feel in your mind. And then you see the same thing everywhere. Lakshyam vidhaya enam asad vilakshanam. So lakshyam vidhaya enam asad vilakshanam. This is asad vilakshana. Other than the asat, all that is changing. Body, mind, thought, everything. Other than it. Vidhaya akhanda vritya atmataya anubhavaya. May you continuously anubhavaya, continuously think, be, revel in yourself. Atmataya, this is myself. Akhanda vritya, without any division of thoughts. Undivided, indivisible consciousness. The thoughts don't divide the consciousness. Like sounds don't divide the silence. A sword doesn't cut the water. A place doesn't divide a house doesn't divide the space. No thought ever can divide consciousness. Being that, akhanda vritya bhavaya, may you be always that reality. Close your eyes, please.